The relationship with your doctor is one of the most important, so you don't want to ruin it by having bad manners.
So we brought in NBC News medical contributor Dr. Natalie Azar and Mr. Manners himself, Thomas Farley, to give us some pointers. Good morning, guys.
Morning. Nice to see you.
I think, number one, when you go to the doctor's office, the most frustrating thing as a patient is the long wait. How do you kind of get through that?
Sure. So for sure, you want to make sure you show up on time. And if it's the first appointment, you're getting there 20 minutes early to fill out all your paperwork. What I like to recommend is that people ask the check-in person, is the doctor running behind? That way you don't have a false expectation about how long you're going to be there.
The other thing to remember, too, there are some days that are more popular for patient appointments. Mondays and Fridays happen to be some of the most popular days. Tuesday happens to be the busiest. So know that find out sort of the pattern rhythm of your doctor's office. Always try to make an early morning appointment first. It's very unlikely that the doctor's already going to be running late at 8 o'clock in the morning, for example.
Is there a better day than others?
Wednesdays.
Okay.
Middle of the week.
All right. And then, Thomas, you're in the waiting room. You're not feeling good. Is there still etiquette that you need to uphold?
Absolutely. So I say don't spread your germs and don't spread your misery. So bring hand sanitizer, bring cough drops, bring a face mask if you can, and don't complain about what you're going through because you know what? Everyone's there with an issue.
Right.
So misery loves company, but not that much.
And now with Google, I feel like I'm always Googling any symptoms. I think I have it all figured out. Does it drive you nuts as a doctor when we say, here's what's wrong with me?
Absolutely not.
Really?
Absolutely not. I really, really welcome it. I've learned a lot from my patients. It always has to be a discussion. It's a two-way street. The important thing to remember for patients is if you are going to go online and look, go to reputable websites, Mayo Clinic, things like that, things that end in .org or .edu. And always remember that you're reading this. What's the context of it? Are you capable of interpreting, what you're reading online and how it associates with your symptoms? So bring all your concerns, write them all down. But any doctor who really shuns that or feels challenged by that is not really doing themselves or their patients a good service.
Okay, as my kids have gotten older and I take them to the pediatrician, and they've kind of finished up with what they're doing, sometimes I've slipped in a question about myself. Is that?
Sometimes not.
I have a friend who's...
Here's the thing. I don't mind it when it's a quick, could you just take a quick look at this? Do you think I need to see someone? I think it's very different when you start going into, a big spiel about something because, to be fair to the doctor, they don't know your medical history.
Right.
A real new patient encounter, many of us allot 1 hour for that, and for good reason.
He's been seeing me for years. Dr. Azar, Thomas Farley, thanks ahead.